Iskrim's plan worked. By joining your mind to the collective subconscious of the Shapers, you were able to locate the origin of the Song of the White. The marshlands, also known as the Eye, where your father had a secret laboratory. It seems that Rondar Lekane was right. One way or another, your family is connected to the Bloodburn. Time to unravel the mystery.
Huh?
Is this really necessary?
Let's burn them. You'll regret this.
Understood.
Fine.
More of them. All right. This place is a bloody graveyard.
Sure.
Danger up ahead. Fine.
Child's play. Easy. Oh, you're serious about this? Fine.
I'll keep you shielded.
We should get moving.
Let's see. Deserted.
Pathetic.
Good move.
This way, right? More fighting. Does this never end?
Fine.
That's the way.
Uh-huh. Finally. Really?
Zarek guides me.
Interesting. You read my mind.
Sure.
Hard to believe there was a time when people actually lived here.
They still do. In the east. And yeah, the environment may be hostile, but I doubt the villagers ever had many troubles with raiders.
Got it.
Good
Will do.
Blasted armor.
I don't think we should go there. The storm's completely soaked the ground. It would be too dangerous. Now would you look at that?
Uh-huh. Finally.
This is it. Strange that Sentenza hasn't reacted by now. He must have heard the fighting.
Maybe the storm drowned the noise. It's possible.
But not likely.
All right.
Blocked.
Even if it wasn't, shouldn't we get Lacane and his troops enforced?
That's the Godstone Bertrand was talking about. Let's light it.
Leave it to me.
Zalraka.
Fine. Uh-huh.
No getting through here. Seems that Sentenza still doesn't know we're here.
Or he does and is simply getting prepared. Fine. Sure.
Harbinger.
Carpal. Good work, Tahar. The All-Father clearly smiles on us. So, this is where you believe the Bloodburn comes from. Interesting. When Aenir told me the pariah's blood was involved, I didn't take it so literally. Time to end it.
First of all, we need to get through the gate. Why hasn't General Noria reacted yet? Even if he didn't notice the fighting, he must have seen this teleport.
Because he wants to be the one who ends it.
How do you know?
Because I know men of his kind. He's proud and consumed by his hatred. And he wants to be the one to take you down and me right along with you.
But the Purity is under the Lord Marshal's protection. He can't just kill you.
Well, both Lord Marshal Arendir and the General know by now that I helped you. And even though the evidence wasn't enough to officially sentence me, it will be the moment I show up with you at my side. I knew it would come to this, Tahar. The only reason the Lord Marshal was willing to cooperate with the Purity for so long was because we had the people behind us. We were always a thorn in their sides. And this, me helping a deserter of the crown, is just what they need to take me down.
Then you're taking quite a risk being here.
I'm not. I've told you before. All that is happening according to Aenir's plan. Just have a little faith, Tahar.
Huh. And what now? How do we get past the gate?
Let me take care of it. General Naria. General Naria! Are you ready?
Aren't we walking into a trap?
A battle, but not a trap. Just trust me.
Walking right into the lion's den. This is by far the most foolish thing I've ever done.
Just trust the Harbinger. He knows what he is doing.
This way, right?
There he is.
Really?
Let's see. Got it. Interesting.
So this is how it ends.
It doesn't have to.
Doesn't it? What do you suggest, Corporal Tahar? That I let a traitor run free? Together with his lunatic cultist friend who is scheming against the crown? No. We both know that's not an option.
We know where the Bloodburn comes from, Sentenza. It's this castle. If you kill me, we may never stop it.
Why? What can you do that we, the Royal Army, can't? But thank you for the information. I had been wondering what the fabled Rondar Lacane and the prodigal Corporal wanted in this marsh. Now I know.
You couldn't stop the Bloodburn even if you killed us. It's not how Aenir wills it.
Well, we'll see about that.
Anselm framed me. How often do you want me to tell you?
Stop lying. You killed Anselm because you didn't want that village to be burnt to ashes as it should have. All you had was the word of some elven traitor, yet you risked the life of an entire city for it. Believe me, of all the atrocities I've seen in war, almost all of them are caused by people believing they are doing the right thing. Because that's all it was. You didn't want to save those villagers because you thought they were innocent. You did it because you wanted to be the savior. Vanity. That's what it was all about. And I get it. Part of this is on me. I thought I succeeded in making you a warrior, a servant of the crown, but I failed, and I didn't even see it. You're just like your father.
By the light, General, we both want the same thing. To end the Bloodburn? Shouldn't we be helping each other instead?
You're as bad as them, Corporal. Enslaving yourself to this madman rather than facing death like a soldier. You're just a coward.
That's not...
Don't, Bertrand. It's pointless.
There needs to be another way.
No, there isn't. Men, you know what to do. This... this is wrong.
He's gone. I'm sorry it had to come to this, Tahar.
It was his choice.
Did you say something? The arrows are locked.
Yes?
It was. Now let us end this. Whatever causes the blood burn is right below our feet. And maybe even some more answers to the questions you've been asking yourself all along the way.
What kind of answers?
Well, maybe there was more to your father than you thought.
Tell me, given that we find and cure the bloodburn down there, what then?
Then we are one step closer to the return.
I'm ready.
Good. You lead the way. Bertrand, you secure the fortress. I doubt there will be Northander reinforcements soon, but we need to be sure.
Of course. Good luck to you, my friend. My prayers are with you.
Now would you look at that?
As you descend the dank stairway of Castle Waite, a memory flickers across your mind. Your father, standing over your cradle, eyeing you with a mixture of affection, indecision.
So this is it. Intriguing.
This place is definitely where the strange magical signature of the marshland comes from.
But what causes it?
You will find out soon enough.
Huh?
This place is a bloody graveyard.
What?
Fine.
Pathetic. Is that all?
Understood. Tiara's breath. What was that?
It looks human.
No, these were never alive. I can smell it.
What are you implying?
That they've been created somehow. Didn't you tell us about this nightmare that you've had since you were a child, Tahar? The one in which you saw these bizarre constructs.
Of course. These are the things from my dream.
That's interesting, to say the least.
Finally.
Got it. Will do. They will fall.
That's the way. Whatever's necessary.
I'm dead.
Is that all?
Corporal.
They will fall. Got it.
Blasphemy. No human should have the power to shape life like this.
Blazes, do you see that?
It walks by the... It talked.
Do you understand me? What happened here? What are you? Huh. It seems to understand us. At least a little. What are you? Did Isamo create you? Do you know anything about the Bloodburn? I think we're wasting our time here. Let's push on.
We should kill it.
What?
This entire place. It's a blasphemy. Only the All-Father should have the power to shape life like that. And we should free this thing from its suffering.
What? In case you haven't noticed, this thing, it's a miracle. A semi-sentient being created by human hands. If anything, we should study it once all this is over.
We will not kill this thing. It's harmless.
All right. Then do as you wish.
Interesting. Let's see.
Sure.
Fine.
Understood. More of them. How many did he create?
Zarek guides me.
Another
You read my
specter.
mind.
Careful.
Yes?
I'll keep you shielded.
Now would you look at that?
Child play. Easy.
You read my mind.
You'll regret this.
An abomination. Kill it.
Interesting. Bye. That's impossible.
Do you know this thing?
It looks like someone I knew. Back from when I was still fighting for my father.
So she was a rebel.
She defied my father, same as I. That's why he killed her.
Whatever she was, she's a revenant now. In other words, she's dangerous.
Of course. A ghost seeking closure.
I've seen my share of undead, but this is new. What exactly is that? A revenant?
Yal Kadara, a spirit who seeks. When a person dies with an unfulfilled desire, a scourge, that person may return to the world as a revenant, with the purpose of finding closure. It's a magical phenomenon.
Huh. She doesn't seem to be aware of us.
And no, it isn't. Revenants are guided by raw emotion and magical auras, rather than sight, touch, or hearing. Yes?
If a revenant is a ghost seeking closure, she's here for Isamo, for revenge.
Probably. I think we...
Isamo?
By the light.
You took me, Tahar. You took me. You took Zane. You took your own child. But it's over now. I found you.
Sarek's fangs. It seems to think you are Isamo.
Helena, I...
No! No! Damn it, Helena! Remember, I am not Isamo!
You're wasting your time. She doesn't listen.
Helena, please! You'll regret this.
Really fine. Whatever's necessary. It's over. She's dead.
She has been for a long time, Tahar. I don't know what she meant to you, but this creature wasn't your friend.
Will she come back? As another revenant?
Revenants only return once. If not, this world would be haunted by thousands of them. She's with the light now.
I don't understand why she thought I was him.
It doesn't mean anything. A Revenant's mind, if you can call it that, doesn't work like ours. It only reacts to raw emotions and auras. She must have seen the semblance between yours and your father's.
Let's just move on.
All right, why not?
Books, books, books. Did my father read all these?
Unlikely.
Let's see.
blasted armor.
Now would you look at that?
Abominations. Stay away from their claws.
Is that all?
Well,
Killed one of our heroes.
Yes?
Good move.
Walking corpses. Take them down.
Fine. Is this really necessary?
More of them. This place is a bloody graveyard.
This way, right? Danger up ahead!
Kill it!
Whatever's necessary.
More fighting. Does this never end?
What? Finally.
That's the way.
Do you hear that?
The Song of White.
Yes, but it's clearer. It seems to be coming from down that hallway. The song. It has stopped.
Indeed. Incredible. All this energy. I've never felt anything like it.
And I still don't like it. Whatever's behind the door, we need to be wary.
Any thoughts? We have no idea what to expect, so we should stay closely together.
No.
I'm sorry.
Whatever is in there, you, the pariah, needs to face it alone. It's what I saw in the vision, and thus, it's Aenir's will.
Isn't this exactly what we should not do? Split up?
I do not know. I'm just his servant. It doesn't matter. It's the All-Father's will, and we will obey.
I don't like this, but all right.
Wise words.
All right. Then let's get this over with. Just stay put. I'll be back. No turning back now. Tiara's breath.
My child. Finally.
What is this? Who are you?
Your mother. I'm your mother.
Wait. You? Say that again?
I'm your mother. You are the blood of my blood. My child. My son. And you finally come. You've come to save me.
I don't understand.
I'm your mother. The quiet man, Isamo. He molded you from my blood. And after all this time, you finally heard me. Please, child, sit down. I believe we have a lot to talk about. You are silent.
Yes. I'm sorry. All this, it's a lot to take in.
I feel the same way. All those years I've spent in this slumber, only to wake up and be experimented upon by your father. To be given a child in some grotesque, unholy ritual. I still wonder if this is really happening. Or maybe just a strange dream.
I'm afraid it isn't. Why is it that you call Isamo the Quiet Man?
Well, I did not know his true name until years after my awakening. And before that, he hardly spoke. So this is what my mind always called him.
So, you've been in this stasis until I came here, and I somehow set you free?
I was awake, but at the same time I wasn't. Whatever the Quiet Man did after he woke me, it left me in this haze. I didn't see, I couldn't move, but I could hear, and I could feel.
That must have been horrible.
It was, and there were times where I just wished that he would finally end it.
Why can't I understand you? We don't speak the same tongue, do we?
We don't know, but you joined your spirit to the Nexus, didn't you? Our minds are connected. Thus, I can hear you, and you can hear me.
You said that my father created me. What is that supposed to mean?
I am not sure if I can even give you an answer to that. But I will try to explain. See, my child, the Quiet Man, Isamu, I do not think he ever considered me a living being. What he saw me as was a tool to the Essence.
The Essence?
The source of all magic. Your father's race, they are only able to access a glimpse, a twinkle from an endless sea. We, the Zalon were different. We have always been closer to the Essence. We had understood how to harness it, and that had made us powerful.
So, the Essence is the place all magic comes from?
Yes, but there were and probably are many names for it. The Essence is only what my people called it.
Did you ever try to resist? To break free?
Of course, but it was pointless. I could not speak and I could not move, and even my magic could not aid me.
So, you're saying that my father wanted to use you to gain access to this essence?
Yes, he was obsessed with the idea of gaining power, and to him, I was the key. But what he was trying to do, transferring my aura, my powers onto himself, was impossible, and he realized that quickly.
Why was it impossible?
Because an aura is as unique as a person's eyes or their fingertip skin. It cannot simply be put on and off like a helmet or a glove, and it dies with its owner.
Which is why he tried to find another way to gain access to your powers.
Yes, he tried transferring my energy to a talisman, to these flesh creatures he created, and countless other ways, but it was all in vain. These experiments went on for years, and even though I couldn't see and couldn't speak, I felt it all. Then he created you. His train of thought was simple. If my aura could not be transferred, it could be passed onto my offspring.
But how is that even possible? A shaper and a human?
It is possible. The way we conceive, how we bring forth new life, it is different from what you are used to.
How?
It's complicated, and I do not want to talk about it with my own child. What matters is it worked. Down here, on this altar, I gave life to you, to my first and only child.
I'm sorry. This is a lot to take in.
I understand. Believe me, I do. All those years, I had wondered how it would feel to finally meet you. About what you would look like, and all the things I tell you. But now that you're here, it feels surreal. As if all this is just an illusion. A mirage.
So this is where the nightmare comes from, isn't it?
What nightmare?
Ever since I was a child, I had these dreams. I think I saw this place, the creatures my father created, the images. They were so vivid, so real. But whenever I told Isamo about them, he just shrugged it off. I always felt they were connected to something that had happened a long time ago. Now I know.
Yes, that is possible. Quite often, our dreams remind us of the things we have long forgotten.
So I am half Shaper. How come it doesn't show?
Once again, this has to do with the way we conceive, but I do not want to talk about it. I hope you understand.
What happened then? What did Isamo do?
He took you away. For what purpose, I do not know. But it is evident that it did not work. Even through you, he could not obtain access to the essence. As for what happened afterward, that is a question you are more fit to answer than I am. And once you freed me, I want you to tell me all.
I still can't believe you're a Shaper.
Shaper. That's how the Quiet Man called me too. We call ourselves the Zalundet.
I know, but how is it possible that you're still alive? I thought you were extinct.
Yes, so it seems. I was unaware of this until the Quiet Man told me.
But how did your people die? And how did you survive?
I do not know how my people died. Believe me, child, I have spent a long time wondering. As for your second question, it is a long story. I was one of the Yulas caste, the scientists, the scholars, the priests, and like many other Zalundeb at that time, I was taken by the Scourge.
The Scourge?
A disease. It had been ravaging through our empire for over a decade at that time. It ate us up from the inside.
Most scholars who studied your people firmly believed that the Shapers had cured the world of all diseases.
Then they are wrong. We had found cures for many of them, yes. But even these were often only for the Yulas and the Zavas, the ruling castes. And there was no cure for the Scourge.
But you survived. How?
Through a ritual, an experiment. The idea was to freeze my body until a cure would be found. Looking back, I wonder why I was so eager to keep living. I was just a power-hungry woman who had no one to mourn her death. By the face of time, it's strange to tell you this. Millennia have passed, but some of the memories are still so lively, so real.
How old were you when the Scourge infected you?
90 years. Half my lifespan was already gone.
What exactly happened when I touched your hand earlier? How did I wake you?
You don't know.
How should I?
Yes, how should you? I am sorry, child. For some reason, I continue to expect you to know all those things I would have taught you. If things had been different. You see, a Shaper does not always have that connection to the essence the Quiet Man was looking for. When they come of age, there is an event called the melding. The child, guided by her creators, unlocks the potential slumbering within. Your father, he did not know this, which is why you could never give him what he wanted.
So this is what happened? You performed this ritual on me?
It's less of a ritual, but something that happens with age. It would have happened far earlier if we had not been separated. But yes, by taking my hand, we melded, and the energy that was set free also lifted my curse, or at least parts of it. I am still unable to move,
But what does that mean? That I can now access the essence?
No, the mending only provides the child with a key. Finding the door is a lifelong quest. But yes, deep down inside you have unlocked something. A potential for the enormous power Isamu had been looking for.
But I still don't understand. What is the story behind that song? You said that you called out to me so that I could find and save you.
Yes, I have done nothing else since your father took you from me. But it was only a short time ago that I finally started to feel that I could sense your presence somewhere out there. Thus, I tried to focus my thoughts onto you and sent them out into the world. Telepathy, as you call it. The song must have been the way the dark corners of my mind expressed my emotions.
The dark corners of your mind? What do you mean by that?
Well, every spirit has two sides. One that the mind can see, and the other one that remains hidden. If the visible one is a puddle, the invisible is an endless sea.
My father died a year ago. Could this be the reason that we only started hearing the song 6 moons ago?
He is dead?
Yes. He started a rebellion against our kingdom and fell in the final battle.
I see. I always knew it would come to that, you know. His hunger, this glare in his eyes. I knew it would consume him eventually.
How does that make you feel?
That is a good question. I do not know. I expected to feel relief, joy, triumph even. But instead, I feel nothing.
So his death broke whatever spell he had imposed on you. And because of that, your telepathy finally carried through the walls of this place.
That is the only explanation. Yes.
So it was telepathy. But how come only certain people heard you? Only mages?
Is it not obvious? Because having magic means standing close to the essence, and only those who stand close are receptive to my telepathy. I did not know the form my thoughts would take on, but it seems that for us, it was a song. One that finally led you here to free your mother from her suffering. There is poetry in that, isn't there?
I think there's something you don't know.
What do you mean?
Your song. It was lethal to everybody who wasn't gifted with magic. Thousands of people died. Men, women, children. Whatever magic was in there, it burned them up from the inside.
But the name of the song, I didn't know.
I just don't understand. Why did the song kill people without magic? How is this possible?
I don't know. Maybe it was too much for their minds to bear. Forgive me, I don't know what to say.
But it's over now, isn't it? I found you.
Yes, it should be, but... Oh, please, you have to believe me. I didn't know. All I wanted was to have you back. To... Wait. There's someone here.
What are you...
No!
I'm sorry. It was necessary.
What did you do?
What do you think? I fulfilled Aener's prophecy. Searching for a cure, the pariah seeks the truth. A lost mother will be found and awoken from her slumber, and thus allows me to receive her essence.
You knew about this? You knew about my mother?
Yes, I did. I knew that the blood burn was caused by a Shaper mother looking for her lost child. But what I didn't know was where to find her. so I had to find the child instead, which I did. The pariah. Though I certainly did not expect it to be Asamo Tahar's son.
But why? What for?
Isn't it obvious? Because I needed her essence. The key to the Archfire, as we call it. Through its power, I will be able to open the gates and to allow Aenir to return. I'm sorry, Tahar. Your mother, she will now serve the greater good. I hope you understand.
Understand? You bloody killed her!
She is not dead. Her body may be, but not her mind. Inside that amulet, she's still alive. It's what your father had always tried to accomplish, but never did.
Where are the others? What did you do to them?
Put to sleep. Don't worry, I didn't kill them.
If you...
I did not kill them. As defilers, they will be put to justice, but that has not been done yet.
I don't get it. You did all this only to get access to the essence? To the Archfire?
No. The Bloodburn had to be stopped. Unlike what you might believe, I do care about the people of Io, just as the Old Father cares about all of his children. So I stopped it, as Aenir ordered me to. But he also told me something else. That purifying the world, freeing it from defilers, and making people see their sins is only the first step. The second one requires power. A lot of it.
Why?
It's called the opening of the gates. A rift, a portal, one through which Aenir can step back into this world. And this is what he chose me for, his most loyal servant. He needed the Archfire's power, and he knew the pariah and his mother were the key.
Give me that amulet now, or I'll take it from your dead body.
No, I will not. Your mother is what we should all be, a tool of the All-Father. Either way, there's no point in explaining. Your role in this ends here. Once again, I am truly sorry. But the All-Father's visions were clear. The pariah needs to die after the mother has been found.
But I helped you, for heck's sake. I'm the only reason you're here.
I know you are, but it's the All-Father's will. Just try to see it as the honor it is. Many of my scions would have given a lot to play such a pivotal role in Aeneas' return. You will die, here and now.
I'd love to see you try.
You will. Why do you resist? It's pointless.
what's next.
No!
It's over, Lekain.
No. Believe me, it isn't. Time to put your mother's magic to the test.
What the? What is this?
Ellen's reins. Hey, quick, over here! Yes, just like that. Stay with us, Corporal. Stay with us.
What's the matter? What happened?
Tahar's awake.
Lord Marshal Arendir. What in blazes are you doing here?
It's a long story. But I'm here as an ally.
Yes, and there will be plenty of time for the lengthy explanations later. First, I want to know how you're feeling, Tahar. Sorry to say it like this, but you look like shit.
Charming as always. But I'm fine. Just dizzy. What happened? I just remember Lekain. And my mother.
Your mother? You mean the Shaper?
Yes. It's hard to explain. She was in some kind of stasis when my father found her, and my father used her for his experiments. I don't know how to say this, but the blood burn, it was her doing. When my father died, she tried to call out to me by telepathy. That's what caused the plague.
All right, I think his head wound is worse than we thought.
It's the truth, Aria. And Lekain didn't only want me to stop the blood burn. He needed me to lead him to my mother so he could use her as a source for the Archfire.
Well, that's a lot to take in, I guess. But why your mother? You're speaking metaphorically, right?
I'm not. She is my mother.
All right. Start over, from the beginning. What happened when you walked into that chamber? I'm sorry, but that sounds absurd. Utterly absurd.
Well, I doubt he's lying, King Regent. And actually, it makes sense. It explains a lot, for example, why he could activate the portals, enter Mullendir, and why he had this vision. Though I have to admit, it's not what I expected from our little trip to the Eye. Not at all.
Speaking of which, how did we get out of that dungeon?
Well, that's another story. But after that explosion, it was as if the skies had started raining fire. Lekain's soldiers panicked and rushed into the dungeon to save him. It must have also alarmed our troops who were waiting at the borders. They marched in and used the confusion to get us out, too. I mean, at the time, the Purity still thought we were allies and vice versa. In other words, we got lucky.
Apparently. But why in blazes are you here, Lord Marshal? And how long was I out for?
It's just anger now. I think we've moved past the titles. And to answer your question, you were out for 5 weeks.
5 weeks?
Yes. To be honest, if your vital signs hadn't remained steady, we would have assumed you were dead.
Which leads us to your mother. You mentioned something about Lekain banishing her into some kind of amulet?
Yes. He somehow absorbed her spirit to gain access to the Archfire. That's what my father always tried, and why he created me in the first place.
And I assume, by Archfire, you're talking about some extremely powerful source of magic.
The source of all magic, yes.
So the theories are true. Well, at least now we have an explanation.
An explanation of what?
Well, the Harbinger has gone rampant. Briefly put, the Purity of Light has taken over almost all of Leonida. The Eye, Greyfell, Greykeep, everything.
Greykeep? How is that possible?
They were already in the keep when Lekain gave the order, and we simply didn't expect it. It wasn't even a fight. It was a massacre. And yes, I know what you're about to say. But it's my fault, because I tolerated the purity in the first place. And you're right. I've made mistakes, and hundreds, thousands of people had to pay the price.
What about the Queen? Is she...
She's alive. The Harbinger knows he can't kill her, because if he does and word gets out, then he might lose the common folk's support. According to our spies, the Queen's Guard and the Purity have struck some kind of bargain.
Wait, so the Purity controls the keep, and the Queen's Guard just plays along?
Yes, it sounds absurd, I know. But the Queen's Guard first responsibility lies with the safety of the Queen. Whatever is necessary to protect her, they do it. Though I doubt Lekain's long-term plan sees the Queen at his side, which is just another reason to hurry.
And he's wielding the power of the Archfire?
Some incredibly powerful form of magic, yes. And it adds up. He absorbed your mother's spirit, and it allows him to do the things he now does.
But why? Why start a war against all of Northander?
To prepare Io for the arrival of Aeonir. You remember that nonsense his priests always preach? How we're the reason that Aeonir left us?
Yes. That's why they want to clear the world of sin and mages. Of defilers.
Well, it seems that they've spiced up their idea a little since it was taking too long. It's not just mages they kill anymore, but everybody who doesn't convert to their religion. Soldiers, women, men. They all get to choose. Join the Purity and accept the light, or be killed on the spot.
I knew it would come to this.
Didn't we all?
Be that as it may, your recovery couldn't be more timely.
What about the charges? Do you still consider me a traitor?
Is that still important?
It is to me.
That's very honorable of you, Tahar. Given the recent events, your sentence has been lifted. You are pardoned. And if that is your wish, you can be reinstated as a corporal of the Northander army. That, and my apology, is all I can offer.
So you acknowledge that your verdict was a mistake?
I don't think this is something we should discuss now. We can talk about it later. Do you accept my offer?
That would mean a lot.
Good. However, we cannot make this official until Greykeep is reclaimed.
How did you even get here?
Later, Tar. I'll tell you all you want to know, but not now.
For what it's worth, the encounter with my mother also changed something in me. I feel... different.
Elaborate.
Well, when I awoke my mother, it did something to me. She called this the melding.
Less fancy words, please. What did it do?
Well, I think it allows me to control a part of the Archfire too. Just like the Harbinger does.
Finally, some good news.
Indeed. Anything that can help us battle Lekain will help. But whatever it is, I doubt it will allow us to stop Lekain with a thought alone. Or will it?
No. I'm still trying to figure out what exactly had changed.
I see.
Since you saved me from the dungeon, what about my mother's body? Is she...
She's here, in the Nexus. We saved her, but she seems to be in some kind of a coma. For a while we thought it was the same as your condition, but now that you've told us the full story, it makes sense. Her body is still functioning, but Lekain has stolen her spirit.
Then we need to save her.
If she can be saved. But yes, maybe we'll even get our chance sooner than expected. Lekain is marching towards us as we speak.
Come again?
He knows where we are, and he's planning an attack on the city. He might arrive today or tomorrow, but soon, which is why we need to...
Lord Marshal.
Speaking of Nor.
The Purity. They are here, as you said. What are your orders, sir?
Put up defenses all around the perimeter and protect the Nexus at all cost. How many are they?
Hundreds, sir. And House Utran is supporting them too. Your sister is leading them.
Myra?
I'm afraid so.
Wait, you're saying that House Utran is working for the Purity of Light now? And they're led by Lady Myra Utran?
As I said, yes. It could be anything, though. Maybe Lacane forced her to comply.
Then make sure that she does not get harmed. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Good. There needs to be an explanation for this. Either way, we need to fend them off. Tahar, are you able to fight?
I think so. Yes.
Good. Then you're back in charge. Let's head out.
Got it. Will do. Understood. blazes. Battle noises. They're already inside.
They are. Come, let's go get an overview.
Got it.
Ellen's reigns. This doesn't look good.
Tahar, you're awake.
He is, and he has got some interesting stories to tell.
But they'll have to wait. Where are Isgrim and Gore?
I don't know. They weren't in the Nexus when the fight broke out. I'd say they've taken matters into their own hands.
What are your orders, Tahar? This doesn't look good.
We have to seal the entrances. If they breach through either one of them, we're done with.
Then we need to split up. I'll get some of my men and make a stand in the southwest.
Then I'll take over the northwest. That's the hardest one for them to reach, so chances are they still haven't made it.
Then we'll help you.
Good. And Tahar, if what that scout said is true, and House Utran is really part of this attack, don't harm her. I know my sister, and this does not make any sense at all. There must be a reason for all of this.
I didn't even know Lady Utran is your sister.
I don't blame you. Northander politics and family bonds are complicated, but yes, she is my sister. And since her husband, Lord Rickard Utran, died, she's the ruler of the Utran lands, which makes this development as dangerous as it's bizarre. The fact that House Leonider is supporting the Harbinger is bad enough.
I'll do my best. Good luck, Angar. We'll come to your help once the other entrances are secured.
Do that. Nihalth guide your sword, Tahar.